Hi you guys, welcome back to Creatively Crafted Life. My name is Melanie and yes, I'm still working on organizing my dies, and this is the last little bit that was in that second container. It was a double wide fridge bin. So I'm going to go through these first and then we're going to pull out the second bin and go from there. Let me do a really quick flip through like I have before. Anything that's punches, which are these, and dies that are stored elsewhere, I'm leaving those in here. Anything that I think I can combine, I am going to try and amalgamate them. So this category I call words, and it is basically words that are not related to any other theme. So you'll find a lot of hello, happy birthday, thank you, just thinking of you, you know, all those kind of things. And I intermix all of my product types. So I've got in this stack there will be stencils, there will be dies, embossing folders, so all sorts of things. And when I combine these, like I'm going to try and combine as many hellos on one panel, as many happy birthdays on one panel, so that if I'm making a card or something like that, I can just pull that panel and have a lot of options readily available. At least that's the thought process. A lot that I can amalgamate here. So I'd be curious, we played this game last time, and I know this isn't the full stack, so maybe we'll play this multiple times. I would be curious to hear what you think I am going to gain in space. So how much I'm going to be able to condense all of this. I think this is going to be a really big category where I can condense a lot. Just the word section. Because look at how many of them only have like a single die in there. So, I mean, I think this one's gonna be probably, dare I say it, maybe 3 inches. Is that even possible? And then I've got some embossing folders and some of these, what do you call it? They're like foamy dies. They're not these kind. Anyways, so these are just gonna go back in the bin as is. I'm not making any changes. And let's measure this stack, which is going to be hard because it wants to tip over. But can we hold this? And of course I'm going to measure at the thickest part because that is what is taking up the most space. And it is sitting at 4 1/8. So 4 1/8 inches. I think I'm going to do at least 2 inches with this stack. I don't know. Let me know below. So that's just this one. This isn't even the full category, although to be honest this is all the small stuff. I would say this is where the majority of the space saving is going to come from. I'm thinking 2 inches. Okay, so make sure you leave a comment below. I'm going to get to work and I'll be right back. That one is done. So I am going to be purging this Sizzix embossing folder. It says it's a phrase that says with loving thoughts. There's nothing wrong with it. I just don't care for the embossed look of it. So I'm going to purge that one. And then this one that says document, I don't know why it's in the word section as opposed to my scrapbooking section. So I do have a section where I keep stamps and dies that I think I would use more for scrapbooking than card making or general everyday kind of stuff. So this is going to go in there, and I'm going to exclude it from the measurements because of course when it forms part of that bin and I go through it, I will double count it, right? So that is being factored out of this stack. This one made its way into the stack accidentally, shouldn't have been, and then I basically added the 2 number ones together, got room in case I have any others. This one I still combined on a sheet even though it's mostly empty, just because this was 3 separate pockets versus 1, so that would be, you know, room to add ones as we go along. Some of these I got a lot of different sets in here. Now I am just transferring the labels over here. I don't like the way this looks. I think I mentioned it in my first video on this series. I will be relabeling these in some way. I haven't quite figured that out. If you've got any suggestions, let me know below. I do like to keep track of all the different sets because I do have a catalog. Right now what I'm thinking of is maybe and I might even have mentioned that in the first video, some sort of sheet that I can tuck in that I can also track when I use things, because I like to make sure I do eventually use everything in my stash. I don't know if that's a possibility, but we're aiming for that. So this one, it has a lot of kind of words that combine with stamps. So like I've got sprinkled, sending, note, gift, scatter, sunshine, you're beautiful, that kind of thing. Kind of like a build a phrase. And then these are all hello, with the one exception of smile. These are all hello or hello friend. This is thinking of you, hugs, praying for you, that kind of thing with sympathy. And then these ones are thank you or thanks. And then we have sweetheart, best mom, love, magical, you know, that kind of stuff. And celebration. So these also have wedding, best wishes, celebrate, love, hope, dream, all that good stuff. And then birthday and birthday and birthday. Now, did you put your guess as to how much I saved? It's kind of cheating if you do now, because you can see how much I condensed it, but I still would like to hear what your guess is, so make sure you get that down. We started with 4 1/8, and we are down to 1 1/2 inches. So what does that work out to? 2 5/8, I think. That's pretty good. I'm very, very, very pleased with it. And I know you guys, you're probably, well, I mean, those of you that know, right? When we're talking a couple inches in a bin, that's a lot of space. So I'm gonna take it. So I think that's as far as I'm gonna get on today's video. I didn't even get to the other bin. This is just wrapping up that one. But this was a lot of work, so I'm very pleased with the progress. So next time we'll get on to the second double fridge bin, and we'll see how much progress we make there. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, you guys, and until next time, happy organizing.